Hey guys, Cory here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me for another Clash of Clans video. Today we're going to be talking about an extremely powerful Town Hall 10 attack strategy. I haven't covered it in quite a while, and that is DRAGBAT. We're going to go over the how, the when, the where, and the why to help you crush bases with DRAGBAT. Here we go, guys. We're going to jump right into this first one by Rutmaster. What you're looking for on DRAGBAT. First of all, the nice thing about it, you don't have to pay attention to walls. Walls mean absolutely nothing to this attack. You only got to look at the location of the buildings, the defenses, all right? Ones you're going to want to look out for in particular are going to be air defenses for the dragons, and wizard towers, and multi-target inferno, splash damage, air targeting defenses for the bats. Also, something you want to notice on these attacks is going to be the sweepers, because they can push around your dragons and they can push around your bats, causing some trouble. Now, on this right-hand side, he accounted for one of those air defenses really early with that archer queen. That's super common. Suing that queen to grab an air defense. Suing your king on the other side. Look at that king down there, clearing the trash buildings, so the dragons just focus right into the core of the base. Now, the dragons are directly targeting one of those air defenses, all right? He's still got 2 multis in this base and 2 air defenses. So at the top right there, he's sending in a stone slammer full of loons. Those loons' main jobs, take out that wizard tower so the bats have less splash damage to deal with on the backside. But they're also going to grab that air defense as well. In fact, they grab that whole section. So this one, I guarantee he thought his dragons were going to take out this multi a little sooner, but that sweeper, you see that sweeper pushing the dragons? That's what I was talking about. That's why you got to watch out for those sweepers. They can cause some trouble. He had a little bit of good luck there in the fact that the balloons did end up killing that multi, because he only had 1 freeze in his composition. If that other multi wouldn't have gone down, he would have been in big trouble. But since it went down, he only had 1 multi left. He was able to freeze, rage, and bat spell right on that multi-target inferno, although that's not the correct order. The correct order is rage, then you drop your freeze, immediately followed by the bats as soon as possible. You want to get those bats down after that freeze spell. That way they have as much time as possible with that multi-target inferno or the wizard tower being frozen on the back end. Guys, there's a lot of other tricks to cover on this attack, and that's why I've got 4 more DRAGBAT attacks to cover, each one of them on a different base. Each one of them is going to take advantage of different tricks and tips. And if you hang around for the end, I really want to show you guys Clone Bone Dragon attack. No bat spells at all. It's a whole different beast, but same principle. You're planning for those air defenses and just funneling and taking down the base. Interesting stuff. We're going to jump right into this next example. Guys, if you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest, the most powerful attack strategies in Clash of Clans, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, because I'm making new Clash of Clans videos every single day. Guys, check this base out. Hold on. We're just going to pause this. This is epic. Epic design fail here. Look at this. He's sending his king on the right because there's an exposed air defense out there. I mean, it's got a lot of trash protecting it, an enemy barbarian king, but still, you might reasonably expect that with popping your king's ability, you can take out that air defense, and you would be right. We got another exposed air defense on the other side. A few giants down to tank for the queen. Queen's job is to take out this air defense right here, but she's going to get a little bonus and get that wizard tower as well. That's also going to act as a funnel to funnel those dragons into the base right here by taking out buildings on this side and this side. Check this out. So by the time he starts his dragons on this attack, he already has 2 air defenses down. Another thing I want to draw attention to is going to be this multi-target and this wizard tower combination. You see how close those are? That's a big no-no if you're trying to defend any sort of bad attack, because you can cover both of those defenses with 1 freeze spell, all right? 1 well-placed freeze spell will freeze both of those defenses, basically, you know, just really negating the problem for those on bats on the backside of the base. If you were to spread that out a little bit more, maybe have that wizard tower over where that expo is or on one of these outer corners here, make this attack a lot more difficult for the attacker. But those are the kind of things you look for in these bases on the back end where you're going to be doing your bats. Yeah, there's several splash damage defenses, but if they're so close they can be covered with 1 freeze, you really just have to count it as 1 splash damage defense, because that's how easy it is to take out. Now, I said there was 1 set of splash damage back here, but look at this wizard tower right here. He already got rid of the air defense, so he's able to direct target this other wizard tower with the Stone Slammer. That is very intentional. That Wizard Tower was the target of that Stone Slammer over there, because that was what absolutely needed to go down if these bats were going to run just crazy over the back half of this base. And guys, this base is wrecked. Look how many dragons he still has left up there. All right, bats got out in front of everything. They were dealing with a lot of defenses, so they are actually going to die out, but they took out plenty already. Stone Slammer's finally going to go down, dropping those loons down. Let's ×4 it. We know this base is wrecked. Super wrecked, just a matter of cleanup, so hit that ×4. So interesting stuff on this attack that weren't available on the other one, and that's how it's going to be with all these examples. Every base is different. Every base is going to have a different example of what to look for and what to do in that situation. Now we're going to take a look at this example by Yo-Yo and WHF2. Now this one is different yet. First of all, let's stop. Let's look at this base. The base looks like a runway, okay? Look at this. It looks like a runway. If you could just funnel the outer buildings, you have a nice path right through that base for anything you want to send through it. Honestly, it would have been a nice path for miners. I don't know what he has in the CC though. Great path for dragons. Look at this. We hardly have any defenses covering this area up here, so he's going to funnel that with just one baby dragon, a couple loons to take out that archer tower, and then send heroes down here on this side. We have several more defenses down here, out here, so gonna send heroes down this side of the base. Now he's gonna have to send his dragons in no matter which direction he comes in. His dragons are gonna have to deal with 2 air defenses, and that's why he's sending in a hound. All right, let's check this out. But man, this base, just such a beautiful shape for dragons. Only negative thing I really see about this is either way, you would have to go into the sweeper, all right? And that's not ideal, but it's not impossible. I mean, we've seen it a couple attacks already. Dragons been pushed around by sweepers and still having success. So if you can avoid the sweepers on a DRAGBAT attack, good, do it. But when a base is set up this nicely for pathing, you know, sweeper probably not going to be an issue if you got a rage spell. So here we go. Hound came in to tank that first air defense, keep those dragons alive. Got several loons coming in with his dragons as well. Now this backside Stone Slammer on here, I'm guessing he wanted that Stone Slammer to go in and take out that Wizard Tower, but luckily his Queen's going to get there instead. And look on the left once again, just like we saw on the last base. Same thing, Wizard Tower right next to a multi-target Inferno. Such an easy area to bat bomb. He got it down with just one free spell. Generally, if I'm getting through a multi-target Inferno and a Wizard Tower in the same area, I like to have 2 free spells, because a lot of times, especially if your bat's path a little different, a lot of times that freeze wears off before the bats have a chance to get both of those down. But that's just me personally. Yo-Yo got through it just fine with you know, with that single freeze. Looks like he wanted to bring a haste for the backside, so he had a haste for max loons that were inside of that Stone Slammer. He's never even gonna need it. It's never even gonna pop. He's gonna completely swag those loons. Absolutely demolished this base. So now we got a good example of sending in a hound if your dragons have to face off with 1 or 2 air defenses. Let's see what the next example's got for us. All right, coming in, Rutmaster on this one, just like we saw in that first attack, maybe the first couple, sending his Queen right in at noon, because there's an air defense right there that Queen can reach. Anytime you can sue your Queen for an air defense and create some pathing at the same time, you're going to have more success with dragons. The negatives on this base is he is going to be going into a sweeper. Maybe not directly in, but yeah, pretty much directly in, because that sweeper's going to turn to the right, and it's going to be directly pushing back those dragons. And it has an effect. It does have an effect, and it can cause fails sometimes, honestly. A lot of times it can. But he's going to try and bully his way through it this time. Now, once again, he's got a hound to deal with. He's got an air defense to deal with, so he brings his own hound. Hound does pull a black bomb, pulls the CC, aggroes a little bit, and provides some protection for those dragons heading into the base. Now, he's going to use the Stone Slammer on the backside. Look at that, sending it in. That Stone Slammer's job is to take out that Wizard Tower, which, if he does his bat bomb in the bottom, sure enough, starts on the Wizard Tower. Rage, freeze, immediately follow that freeze with all those bat spells. Take out that splash damage building first, that splash damage defense, whether it's a multi-Wizard Tower or 2 of them. When you start your bat bomb on them, it gets them out of the way early. Bats are going to get caught up on those expos in the middle. Those expos are tough for bats to chew through, so when you get an area where there's several Expos in a row right there, bats are going to struggle with it. They have a lot of hit points. Guys, we're going to ×4 it because the end of this is slow. Basically, he's going to get a really nice split from those 4 dragons that he has left at the end. And the reason he's got all those dragons left is he covered that entrance with that hound. If he wouldn't have brought that hound in there, no way he would have had that many dragons left with, you know, some decent amount of HP on some of those guys as well. But 4 dragons is plenty enough to clean up the rest of this base. Here we go, guys. Checking out this next example right here. Let's see how Loonraker is going to get this one done. Some things that I'm noticing here is up top, we've got a multi-target Inferno that's really close to a Wizard Tower, so you can get those with 1 freeze. And I think that's where Loonraker's going to be starting his Bat Bomb on this one. Sure enough, Sui and the Queen down on the bottom. You see, there's a lot of things in common with these attacks because it works. Sui and that Queen for that exposed air defense, going to pop her ability and get that out of the way right there. Now, Loonraker not going to bring a hound, even though dragons are going to have to go straight into an air defense. If you really don't want to bring a hound, make sure you lead those dragons in there with that Stone Slammer. That way the Stone Slammer can tank the air defense. You know, end up dropping out those loons in there to get some stuff wrecked as well. But, you know, a lot of times you don't have that option. If you have to take out an additional splash damage defense on the backside of the base, sometimes you don't have that option. Things I don't like about this attack that caused it to be so close is when he suied his Queen right here, he pulled the enemy hound, and you want to avoid doing that if your enemy is rocking a hound, because you can see how long those dragons were caught up on the hound. They're still chasing around the pups right now. So if you suspect the enemy base has a hound, or you know it does, don't be suing your heroes in an area where you're going to pull the hound, because the dragons and loons are flying troops. They won't pull it. The hound will never come out of the clan castle if you don't pull it with ground troops or heroes. Sure enough, Bat Bomb comes down on top right there, has enough to get through, just barely get through that multi-target Inferno. Once again, just using that 1 freeze. I don't know, guys, I like to bring 2 in those areas because it seems like a lot of times it wears off before you get them 100% down, you know. And the Wizard Tower can take out an infinite number of bats in one go as long as they're in one area. Now, multi can only target 5 at once. It'll still take them out very quickly, but if you have to, you know, start on one or the other and you get that freeze down on both, I would start on the Wizard Tower because bats can overwhelm a multi-target Inferno easier than they can overwhelm a Wizard Tower if that Wizard Tower is not being tanked by something. But here we go, guys. Got the base wrecked. Still, even with pulling the hound, he's going to have so many dragons left on this. It's insane, man. Insane. Pulling that hound was not ideal, but he got an air defense with the Queen, all right? He sent him in at the remaining air defense there, and then he got that Bat Bomb, the Rage, the Freeze, and the Bats all down on those 2 splash damage defenses, the Multi and the Wizard Tower that were touching each other. Just the sort of thing you're looking for. Now, guys, let's get into this Clone Bone attack that I've been waiting to show you. And I don't use this attack much, but I really love seeing it. So here's Loonraker. I think Loonraker's the one that did the last attack. Look at this army composition. We got 8 dragons, 10 loons. Stone Slammer is very important. That Stone Slammer's got more loons, those max. Level 8, maxed out loons in it, and a clone spell. That clone spell is going to be saved for those max loons inside of that Stone Slammer when it goes down. King is funneling up top with the help of a wizard. Help him get through some of those buildings, get that funnel established a little bit quicker. Queen funneling on the left-hand side, and she is going to go in there and sui that air defense. That was some beautiful placement there. Used a baby dragon on the right of the Queen to cause her to actually go in that wall piece and grab that air defense. So dragons maybe took 1 or 2 shots from that air defense. That's it. And now they're just in there. They're on defenses. All right. Unfortunately, did pull the hound, but I'd say, honestly, it's probably worth it to get that air defense. Being super patient with the spells on this raid. Is he going to use a rage to help him get through that multi-target Inferno right there? Are the dragons going to turn around and go for that hound? I'm sure some of them will. They always do. They're having to face off the Queen right now. Dragons were held up a little bit from that sweeper. Honestly, it doesn't look great at this point, but look at all the spells he's still got. He's still got that clone spell. He's still got a heal. He's got a freeze and 3 hastes, all right? The backside of this attack is basically a Lala without hounds, all right? It's just, the backside of this attack is always finished up with loons, cloned max loons and haste spells. Look how much of this base he's getting ready to take out. Clone spell going in, gets the freeze on that dangerous section with the multi, the air defense. Loons are splitting in both directions under haste, right into another haste at the end. Guys, Town Hall 10 defenses and traps are just not that well equipped to take out maxed out loons, and that's what you're seeing happen right now. Those maxed out loons under clones and spells just wrecking through the rest of the base. Honestly, it didn't look like it was going great up to that point, but yet he's gonna swag 2 spells. He's still got a haste he never needed. He's still got a poison he never needed. Swagging 2 spells, getting this base wrecked, and the whole key is those max loons on the back end, cloning, hasting, healing them through the back end of the base, and basically you're just wrecking the whole back half of that base with some maxed out loons. So there we go, the clone bone dragon attack strategy as well. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know I had fun with these attacks. I haven't covered DRAGBAT in a while, probably just because I covered it so much when it first came out. It really threw me off for a while, but guys, honestly, it's still a super strong attack strategy, super versatile, super strong. No reason I shouldn't be covering it on the channel with some regularity. So I'll be sure to bring some more. I won't wait as long between DRAGBAT videos next time. If you haven't done it already, check out the details below this video. In there, I have links to all my social media. Some of the important ones are going to be my Discord server. You're going to get first notification of any sub wars and anything that's going on with me and my channel. It's also the best place to get a hold of me in Discord. And my Twitch channel. I've been streaming a lot more often, so make sure you give me a follow on Twitch as well. And friends, I will see you in the next video.